Hi everyone, thanks so much for being here. Let's get started. I always wanted to do that. Cross your arms, inhale and exhale. This next one, I want you to reach your arms, place your hands together, press them together, shoulders down, and then draw your hands to heart center. You want your thumbs to point to your heart. And then go ahead and lift all the way up. Then open up, arms to your sides, take your shoulders, circle them around in mountain. And then inhale, big breath, hands together, press them together, shoulders down, and bring your hands to heart center. So feel the energy in your shoulders and your arms. And inhale up, and release. Take your shoulders, circle the mat back around into mountain. One last time, inhale. Hands together, and bring them down to heart center. And inhale up, and release. Take your shoulders and circle them back around. Settle here in mountain. Good. And go ahead and shake everything out. Take your right arm, reach over to the left. And left arm reaches over to the right. So nice side stretch. Waking up the body. Little rotations. Good, gentle rotations. And then just take your knees and go ahead and take it to a little march. Get the blood flowing. Take your arms overhead, and then go ahead and reach down with your arms. Get the shoulders. Good. Then go ahead and take it cross body, so rotating. Rotate, hips stay pointed to the front. You're just rotating your upper body. Your little obliques kick in. And back to center here. 3 and 2 and 1. Now you go take your leg and kick back behind. So you're kicking back, waking up the hamstrings. Good. 3 and 2 and 1. Now take your leg and circle, open up the hip. Good. And again. And again. Let's go from back behind. Here. And here. And here. Good. Shake it on out. Take your shoulders and circle them around a little bit more. And then reverse. And make them a little bigger. And then reverse. Good. And settle down. Interlace your fingers. Go ahead and tuck your tailbone under. Round your spine. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Whatever you need to do. And then open up. Interlace behind. Stretch back. Lift your arms up. Open up to that chest. Good. And then we're going to step to the top of our mat. Take a breath in. Inhale here. And exhale, swan dive down, so lengthen through your spine. You want to keep your spine in neutral, back of the neck long, knees soft. So never hyperextending the knees. And then fold over, hands on your thighs, then push your hips back, stretch the backs of your legs, intensify. Don't worry if your knees don't go straight. Just want to feel that stretch as you lengthen through your spine. Keep it in neutral, okay, good. And then forward fold, hands on the mat. Walk your feet behind you, take it into a downward facing dog. Heel toeing through your feet, pressing them down. Lengthen through your spine, then lower to your knees. Hands under your shoulders in quadruped. Then you're going to draw a circle around your wrists. So get a nice stretch, some mobilization. Go in the opposite direction, circle around. Good, and hold here. And then just go ahead and wiggle in your body, addressing any tight areas. And back, centered with the mat. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, cat stretch. So tuck your tailbone under. And then inhale, drop your belly down, take it into cow. Exhale, take it into cat. And inhale, take it into cow. And one more time into cat. This time we're going to send our seat back. And then back to shoulders above your wrist. And into cow. And then back into neutral spine. Toes are tucked under. We're going to activate the core just a little bit. So you're going to take your knees, keeping a neutral spine, lift your knees up off of the mat 1 inch. Feel the core activating, belly pulling in toward that spine, and take a rest, lower down. We're going to do this 3 more times. Here we go, lift up, and then lower back down. Elbows are soft. Try not to lock them out. 2 more times, up, and then lower back down. 1 more time. Here we go, up. And then lower back down, good. Go ahead and press back into downward facing dog, pedaling through your feet. Good, Good. And then take it into a nice solid plank here or on your knees. Push forward. You want to try and keep your elbows above your wrists. You're going to take it down as you pull your elbows to your sides so you get your triceps. Belly onto the mat. I'm just going to move so you can see me. And inhale, cobra, lifting up through your chest. Get the stretch there if you need to roll side to side. Go ahead. And then push back into a child's pose. Separate your knees. Settle your torso between your thighs. Forehead on the mat. You can fold your arms or place them by your side. Take one more breath. Arms up. Tuck your toes under. Feet about hip distance apart. Downward facing dog. A little more deep into the stretch. And into a nice solid plank. You can do it on your knees or your toes. Elbows close to your sides. On your belly or hover. Inhale, cobra. Opening up through your chest. Exhale, push back into child's pose. Separate your knees. Allow your torso to settle between your thighs. Forehead on the mat. Sink. Hands out in front if they're not already there. Feet hip distance apart. Take it into downward facing dog. Try to get deeper into the stretch. If you still need to pedal your feet, you can do that. Into a plank nice and strong. On your toes or your knees, lower down onto your belly or hover. Upper arms parallel with the mat in the hover. Inhale, cobra, or if you're ready, upward facing dog. Open up through that chest. Good, and downward facing dog. Right away here. Ground your left foot, kick your right leg back behind you. Feel the stretch to the back of that left leg as you press through your hands. Drive that left heel down. Then softly swing that right foot, place it between your hands. Lower your left knee down, take your right arm, reach up and back. Feel that stretch in your chest. And then take that arm, circle around and around. And one more time, place it onto the mat. Walk the take that right leg, gonna kick back behind as you lift that left heel up off the mat. So get a stretch for the sole of that left foot. Still stretching the back of that left leg and lower down. Take it into a plank. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Drive those heels down. Ground your right foot. Kick your left leg this time. Feel the stretch to the back of that right leg as you press through your hands. Drive your right heel down and then softly swing that left foot forward. Place it between your hands. Lower your right knee down. Take your left arm and reach. You can reach back. Open up through that chest. Try and keep your hips square. Take that left arm and reach. And circle. And circle. Really feel that extension. And one more time. Reach forward. And lower that hand down. Take that left leg. Kick it up. Right heel is lifted as you press through your hands. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then lower down into that plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Drive those heels down into the mat. Woo. Lower your knees onto the mat. Quadruped. Take your right arm, left leg and reach. Hold. Feel that nice spinal balance. Hips are level, shoulders level. And switch. Left arm, right leg. Good. Spine is in neutral. And one more set of these. So reach. And then lower. Left arm, right leg. And then lower. Now just your left leg kicks back behind here. Okay, lower onto your forearms. We can get some glute work while we're here. So I want you to squeeze, leg is extended, spine in neutral. So really contract to that gluteal. So feel that contraction. Hold that contraction as you take your toes down and lift back up. Now you're not changing the shape in your spine. You're just bending at the hip. You're keeping your spine in neutral. Shoulders away from the ears. Try not to take tension there. And tap down and lift. Okay, so you're working the entire range because you're keeping the contraction. Good. And down. And lift. Now we're going to hold that left. Now from here, drop down 2 inches and press back up. 2 inches and press back up. Now check that your core is engaged. So no wobbling in that torso. Your spine stays in neutral. You're just down 2 inches and up. Check your shoulders away from your ears. Down and up. Down and up. If you want to, a little faster. Down and up, down and up, good, down and up. So it's a tiny movement, only 2 inches. Down and lift, down and lift, down and lift. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1, hold. I want you to really contract that gluteal on the left side. Hips are level, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So isometric contraction, flexing that left foot, holding for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower that left leg down. Now immediately lift to the side, so our fire hydrant. So the leg is lifted to the side. Knee and foot are at the same level, just holding. Good, just holding. I'm just going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. So lifting that leg to the side, like so. And if you want, that lower left leg kicks out, toes point down toward the mat, and a little pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Go 8, 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower back down into that quadruped, sink back into that in child's pose. You can take your hips and send them side to side, back into the quadruped. On your forearm, let's do the other side. Right leg extends, foot is flexed. Take that leg, extend, lift up, feel that contraction in the gluteal, and get some feedback by poking it. Feel the contraction, the hardening of that muscle. Okay, tap down, keep the contraction, and lift. Make sure that that muscle is contracted. Okay, so really working, squeezing, focusing on contracting the gluteal, and down, and lift. Spine is in neutral. Okay, check the shape of your spine. Make sure you're not hyperextending as you lift. Good. Next one, hold that lift. 2 inches down and up, 2 inches down and up. Really fire that gluteal, and down and left. Good. Woo. And left. Good. Down and left. Squeeze. Down and left. You can pick up the pace, but only if you can maintain that contraction, that gluteal. Nice. Feel that burn. Woo. 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, up to the side. Fire hydrant here. Hold. Foot, same height as that knee. Good. Lower right leg if you want. Can kick it out. Toes point down if you want. Little pulse. Woo. Nice. Up and up and up and up. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower back down. Separate your knees. Allow your torso to fall between your knees. Stretch it out. And then take your hips side to side. A little release for that gluteal. And hands onto the mat. Tuck your toes and push back into downward facing dog. Drive those heels down into the mat. Now lift onto your toes, bend your knees, and press back. Feel a nice Achilles tendon stretch as you hold here. Press through your hands. You're really thinking about lengthening through your torso. Reach, reach, reach without sinking your shoulders down. So reach, think about reaching back, getting long. Shoulders stay away from your ears. Now holding here, you get a nice stretch for your Achilles tendon. If you want to add some more work, take your left leg and kick it back behind. Feel that gluteal engage again and hold. Okay, the hips are staying level, still pressing through your hands. And then switch sides if you're doing that kick out here. And hold, still pressing through your hands. Engaging that right gluteal. And then lower back down. Press forward into a plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, push back. Press through your hands. Nice work. Go ahead and ground your left. Take your right leg back behind. And then softly swing that right foot forward. Lift onto your left toes. Adjust. Right knee above that ankle. You can lift up with assistance by placing your hands on your thighs or scoop your arms up here. Okay, good. So pressing that left heel. I want you to hinge a little bit through your upper body. So relieve any hyperextension in that lower back. And just hold there, arms extend, or on your thigh. Knee is above that ankle. Okay, knee pointed over the second and third toes, shoulders away from the ears. Pressing that left heel back, feel a nice hip flexor stretch as well. Holding, good, good. For 3, and 2, and 1. I'm gonna ease up. Okay, now we're gonna launch up. We're gonna do some balance work. So I'm gonna press through the toes, the left foot here. And we're going to take it into a tree pose. So, sorry, I'm just going to turn so you can see me, hands into prayer. So you can place that left foot on your ankle, inner calf or inner thigh, and hold. Find your balance, shoulders down. I want you to press your hands together just a little bit. So feel the strength in your upper back shoulders. Good. Okay, squeeze that left gluteal to keep that leg out to the side. Try not to let it collapse in. If you want, take your arms, reach them overhead, shoulders down. Feeling the little wiggle, shake in that right ankle. Getting stronger as you do. Good. And if you want to, close your eyes. Good. And just holding. Beautiful for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Without letting that left foot touch the ground, you can take your arms out to the side. Take that leg out in front, kick it out. Hold, feeling quad. Nice and upright to your torso, so try not to hinge forward. If you feel like you're weak in or tight in your hamstrings, lower that leg down. And then take it to a little pulse here. Okay, so whatever height you're at. Go for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And release. Good. Top of the mat. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Hands on your thighs, bend your knees. Go ahead and take it to a bigger stretch and forward fold. Walk or hop your feet back behind, top of a push-up. You can drop to your knees, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. On the way back, if you want to add a push-up, go ahead, down and press back. Breathe into this stretch, a little pause. Good. Ground your right, kick your left leg back behind. Press, press, press. Stretch the back of that right leg. It should feel really good. And then swing that left foot forward. Hands on that left thigh, or you can free float your arms. You're going to take it into high lunge. Okay, right heel lifted and lift up here. And then just like the other side, I want you to hinge forward just a little bit. Okay, knee above that ankle, behind your toes, tracking above the second and third toes. Here or here if you need this support. Spine neutral, reaching, holding, dropping. Feel the stretch in the hip flexor. Press that right heel back. Good. Hold for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now you're going to launch up into the tree pose. So here, inner ankle or inner thigh, hands into prayer. Good. Little press with your hands. Squeeze that right gluteal, knee opening up to that hip. If you want, arms up above, shoulders down. Make sure that left knee stays soft. You're never locking it out. And close your eyes if you want to. Good. Ooh. 3 and 2 and 1. Arms to the side. Take that right leg without letting it touch the mat. Extend out. And a little pulse. Up, up. Good. Go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Inhale, big breath. Swan dive down, lengthen through your spine. Hands on your thighs, bend your knees, and open up. Forward fold, hands on the mat, walk or hop your feet back behind. Sorry, top of a push-up, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Stretch, push up on the way back. Add 2 if you want. 1 and 2, downward facing dog. Heel toe through your feet. Beautiful, beautiful work. And we're going to take it into our plank. Okay, and we're going to just gently place our belly onto the mat. Into a back extension with your hands below your shoulders, by your side. Lift your legs up, squeeze those glutes, point the toes, back of the neck is long, and just hold. Okay, I want you to turn. If your arms are extended by your side, turn your hands or your arms so that your hands are facing up toward the ceiling. And we're just going to separate our fingertips really wide. So feel the tension like so, and then I'm going to take it to a little pulse and pulse. Tricep. Good. And pulse. Pulse. The rest of your body stays quiet, just pulsing your arms like we're doing hundreds. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower down. Take a rest. Turn one head. Turn your head. Rest on one side of your head on the mat. Good. Fold your hands back with the head on your hands. Knees separate. You're going to take your heels and press them together. And squeeze. Okay, if you need to tuck a little bit with your pelvis to avoid hyperextending to through your lower back, go ahead. You're just digging your heels together. Press, press, press to get the firing through all the muscles along the lower part of your body, and just holding there. Press, press, press. Now if you can maintain that, want to add another layer. Take your upper body and lift and hold. Press your heels together really strong for another 10 and 9 and 8 and 7, go 6, go 5, and 4, and 3, press 2, and 1, lower back down. Nice work, hands under your shoulders, push yourself up into a quadruped, take a breath, inhale, exhale, catch, stretch, tuck, and inhale, cow, belly drops down, and exhale, catch, stretch, and inhale, cow, and catch, stretch, and then sink your hips back, wiggle if you need to, and then back to cow, and then back to neutral. Extend your bottom arm out onto your side, onto your forearm, sorry. No, all the way down. Bend your bottom leg. Hey, top leg extends. I'm just going to say right. If you're doing the other side, that's fine. Just going to lift and lower. So just the side lift up and down, up and down. Good. Up. Spine is in neutral. Try and stay toned in your left waist or your bottom waist. Good. Up and down. Good job. Up and down. 2 more. So it's in parallel here. 1 more. Up and down. Now you're going to take that leg. You're going to externally rotate. So turn that femur bone out. Knee up, heel down. Okay, so you're going to point the toe, kick up. As you take it down, you're going to flex the foot and draw that heel down like you're pulling that down through water. Point, lift up, flex, and down. Good job. Point, up, flex, and pull it down. So feel that resistance. Point, up, flex, and draw it down through water. And point, up, and flex, and pull it down. 2 more times. Up, and flex, and pull it down. 1 more. Up, and flex, and pull it down. Now take it back into parallel lift, halfway up. You're going to kick forward without letting your upper body hinge. So as far forward as you can without collapsing in your upper body. Then angle your toes down and tap down and lift, down and lift. You want to keep your hips stacked, okay? So try not to fall forward with that top hip. Good, and down and lift. Nice, down and lift. Good job. Down and lift. Down. If you want to, you can extend that top arm up toward the ceiling, down and lift. 2 more, down and lift. 1 more. Now hold here, draw that circle. Woo, really challenging your stability. So you're trying not to move your torso as you circle, and let's go in the opposite direction. Good job. 3 and 2 and 1. And go ahead and lower back down. Hey, gonna lift up. Place your forearm onto the mat. Hands on your thighs, lift up into that side plank on your knees, or you can extend your top leg in front, bottom leg in back, arm up to the ceiling, and hold. If you want to take it to that star, top leg lifts up and holds. Okay, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, stay strong. 6, and 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And lower back down onto your forearms, on your knees or your toes, legs together, squeeze them together and hold it in this plank, nice and solid. Okay, just hold. Find your strength, back of the neck is long, belly pulling in, nice neutral spine, squeezing those glutes, legs together, holding here. Good, breathe. Try not to collapse your head down or lift too high. Feel the energy flow through the back of your neck, holding strong. Good, shoulders away from the ears, you got it. Good. Whew. Belly pulling in toward that spine, protecting that lower back. Good. You got it. Whew. Hang in there. Got 30 more seconds. We're going for that minute. Good. Almost there. 15 more seconds. If you need to drop to your knees anytime, please do. Don't sacrifice your form. Okay, form first. 5 more seconds. And 1. Knees down. Going to push back into child's pose. Little relief, little relaxation. Breathe. Going to swing the legs over to the other side so you can continue to face me. Extend the bottom arm, top arm in front, bend the bottom leg. Okay, just in parallel, I'm just going to lift that leg up and down. Stay toned in that bottom waist, lifting, working that outer thigh, and down. Nice. Whoop. If you want to, arm up to the ceiling. Check that, you're quiet in that torso. Only that top leg is moving. Good. and down. 3 more, up and down. Last 2, up and down. Last 1, up and down. Externally rotate that leg, point the toe. Rise up, flex, and draw that heel down. Point, lift up, hamstring stretch, and flex, and pull. Good. And up, flex, and really pull. Feel that resistance as you bring that leg down. And lower. And point, flex, and lower. Point, flex, and draw it down. 3 more. Up, flex, and draw it down. 2 more. Up, flex, and pull it down. 1 more time. You got it. Here. Flex and lower down. Halfway up. Back into parallel. Okay, quieten your torso. If you need to start with your hand in front, go ahead and kick that leg forward. No movement in your upper torso. Okay, so only go as far as you can support that torso. Angle the toes down. Down and lift. Down and lift. Good. Nice. Hips stay stacked, vertically aligned. Good. Down and lift. Good. Hang in there. I know. Down and lift. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold. Circle that leg. Ooh, check that. If your arm is reaching to the ceiling, check that it's remaining stable and quiet. Good. And then reverse the direction. Circle around. Good. And 3. And 2. And 1. And back down onto that forearm. Hand on the hip. Lift into that side plank here, or top leg extends in front, bottom leg in back, a little scissor in your leg, left or top arm up to the ceiling here, or leg here for 10, and 9, and 8, you got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, good job, and lower it down. You're going to roll over onto your back, arms down by your sides. Take a breath, inhale, then exhale. Neutral spine, lift your hips up into a bridge. Neutral spine, hit the ground in neutral. And again, hook, and down, and up, and down. 2 more times, up, and down. 1 more time, take it up, and lower back down. Good. You're going to walk your legs together, squeeze them, feel the inner thighs engage, up into that bridge, and then back down. So not quite as high. Think about really working the inner thighs, pelvic floor muscles as you lift up and down. Go up and down, up and down, and hold here. Squeezing those thighs together. Take your lower right leg and kick your lower right leg out. Arms up to the ceiling if you want another layer. Hold, squeezing those thighs together. Feeling the gluteal hamstring on the left side. Engage strongly. If you want to take it to another layer, take the left toes and lift them up off the mat. So your left heel is digging into the mat. Spine is in neutral. Check for that. Supporting that lower back. Belly is pulling in toward that spine. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Still squeezing those thighs together. Lower that right leg down. Lower both feet on the mat. Lower your spine onto the mat. Other side. Here we go. Into that bridge. Hold, squeeze those thighs together, arms by your side or lift it. Take your lower left leg, kick it out, still squeezing your thighs together. Hold, shoulders down away from your ears. If you want, take your right toes up, digging that right heel into mat, squeeze those thighs together, holding for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower back down, lower your spine back onto the mat, knees into your chest, and offer a little roll. Good. And opposite direction, good. Ooh, nice. Feet on the mat, arms overhead. Take a breath. Inhale and exhale, curl up. And then back down. Curl up and hold this time, hold. Check that your shoulders are away from your ears, sinking soft in that sternum, some space between your chin and your chest. Right leg up, and left, and up, and up. So you're marching. Okay, now here's the next variation. Up, hover, up, hover, up, hover, up, hover, up. Good. Hip, hover, up, hover. 2 more sets. Last set. Both feet on the mat here. You're going to extend one leg out, right leg out, and you're going to pull in and out. just your right leg and out. In and out. If you want, the left leg hovers up off the mat, in, press out, and in, press out, and in, press out. Now if you want to, you're gonna extend, extend. Okay, that's completely optional. You can just work with the right leg, and in, and in, and in. Good, good. Now hold the right knee in. Okay, hands behind your head, left shoulder to that right knee. So if you're here, it looks like this, here, and down, and here, and down. If you're doing both legs, and center, here, and center, and here, and center, and here. We're going to do the other side in a second, and here. So really rotate those obliques. 3 more, go. Whew. 2 more sets. Last set, here, and bring it back down. Take a little rest. Okay, arms down by your side. Take your your left knee in. Right leg extends. So sorry, here. Right knee in. Reach up. Sorry, here. Extend and pull in. Extend, driving that heel. Here, feeling the rectus. Shoulders down away from the ears. Try to get your shoulder blades up off of the mat. Hey, just working that left leg, or if you want, extend both legs. Good. Okay, now I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to throw in some obliques, hands behind your head. Okay, so if you're just doing the left leg, here and down, and here and down. If you're doing both legs, here, rotate, focusing on rotating to the left, here, center, and rotate, really working those obliques. Go. And 4, and 3. How you doing? 2 more. Woo. Last one. Go here. And lower back down. Arms down by your side. Take it to a little bridge to stretch out those abs. And back down. 4 more. Up. And back down. 3 more. Up. And back down. Last 2. Taking it up. And back down. 1 more time. Up. And lower back down. Nice. Extend your arms overhead, stretch your legs, feel the abdominals stretch out a little bit more. Okay, bend your knees, roll over onto your right side. Come on, swing your legs out in front, hands onto the mat. Push back into downward facing dog. Lift up on your toes, bend your knees. Look up at your hands. You're going to either walk or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees if you need to, and rise all the way up to standing, opening up to that chest. And lower back down. Okay, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, big breath. And exhale, swan dive down, lengthen through your spine. Bend your knees if you need to. And into that monkey. And exhale, forward fold. Walk or hop your feet back behind. Up, top of a push-up, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Feel that stretch. 3 push-ups if you want to do the push-ups on the way back. 3 and 2 and 1. Downward facing dog. Press back. Drive those heels down a little lower into the mat. Good job. Bring your legs together now. Okay. Lift up on your toes. Bend your knees and send your seat back. You're going to swing your knees to the left, hips to the right. So I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. Here, knees to the left, hips to the right. As you press through your hands, so get a nice stretch to the side of your body. Back to center. On your toes, heels lifted, knees bent. Press through your hands, lengthen through your spine. Swing your knees to the right, hips back behind, and press. Feel that stretch. Should be really good. Whew. Good. And then back to center here. Press through your hands. Good. You're going to either walk, your legs stay together. You're going to bend your knees, either walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Okay? Here, bend your knees, hands on your thighs, and rise up into chair. Shift the weight into your heels. Hips sink back, squeeze your legs together, hold. And turn so you can see me here. Place your hands into prayer. We're going to do a little twist. So squeeze those legs together. You're going to take it to a rotation to the right. Here, press your hands together. Or another option is to place that left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Try not to let your knees shear. Press with that right elbow. Turn your fingers in toward your chest, so really open up through that chest. And you can also open your arms up, draw that right shoulder back. Feel that rotation. Spine is in neutral. Feeling the work in your legs. Go ahead and take it back to center here. Stay low in your hips. Let's go the other side here. Or to the outside of your thighs. Fingers turn into your chest. Press your hands together, or you can extend your arms and hold. Draw that left shoulder back. Breathe. And back to center here. Good, good. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. So from here, we're going to take the lower left leg and we're going to kick it back behind. So we're going to keep our thighs together. Just going to kick that leg back behind. So if you're here, looks just your left leg kicks back behind. Just holding here, spine is in neutral. If you need to lower the toes down, it's fine. Hey, now next variation is to kick that leg all the way back behind. Slight bend in that right leg. Another variation is to take it to a full hinge forward and hold. Pressing your hands together, get that upper back, shoulders to fire. 3 and 2 and 1. Come on down, squeeze your legs together, hold other side. Make sure your spine is in neutral. Okay, no tension in that lower back. You're gonna shift the weight to the left side, lift your lower right leg here, or toes down, just hold. Hey, make sure you can support that lower back. If you need to place your hands on that thigh, go ahead and kick that leg back. Another option is to take it into a full hinge here. That left ankle wobbling, working, getting stronger. Good. Let's go for a 3 and 2 and 1. Come on, back up into that chair. Good. Lift all the way up. Whew. I can add a little arch back if you want to. Release. And swan dive. Hands on your thighs, press back. Separate your feet to about hip distance. Forward fold. Hands onto the mat. Walk or hop your feet back behind into downward facing dog. So we're going to skip the chaturanga this time. Press your hands. Feel the lengthening. Good. All right. Ground your left, kick your right leg back behind. Now, here's what we're going to do. Take that right foot. You're going to place it onto the mat safely as you lean to the right. Okay, so you're like leaning to the right. You have a 90-degree bend in that right knee. Okay, so we're going to protect the knee in this modification of pigeon. So you're going to press against that right thigh to try and keep that angle in your knee from torquing. Okay, so you're here. And then you're just going to shift your weight a little bit. Just explore until you feel a nice stretch for the gluteal. Okay, so on the right side. Explore. Also getting some hip opening work. And just be mindful of that lower back. You know, try not to arch. You're just trying to keep it at neutral. And just explore. Maybe folding over, whatever feels good. Okay. No pain, just a stretch. Good. Nice. All right. Okay. Now from here, hands back down. Swing that right leg back. Feel that stretch. The back of that left leg should feel really good. And lower down. Ground your right foot this time. Kick your left leg back behind. Same thing on this side. You're going to gently place it down onto the mat as you lower your left seat down. So here, 90-degree bend in that left leg. You're going to just press down. Keep it there as you explore. Try to find that stretch in that gluteal, the hip opening. Here we go. Hands back. Send that right foot back into downward facing dog. Press your hands. And then once again, into that plank. Hands to the outer edges of the mat this time. Separate your feet to the outer edges of the mat. You can drop your knees down. We're going to work the chest. Final thing before you stretch, add in more stretches. So elbows out to the side and press. Think about engaging your chest muscles as you press. Okay, so on your knees or your toes if you want to. We're going to do 5 more. 4 more. Press that chest, 3 more. Head in line with your spine, 2 more. Spine is in neutral, last one. And then lower your belly onto the mat all the way down. Flip your feet flat. Excellent work. Take your right arm out to the right side. Left hand below your left shoulder. Shoulders away from the ears. You're going to press with that left hand as you glide that right hand out. Open up through your chest. If you want to, swing that left leg back around, left arm up, and open up through your chest. Okay? So do the stretch to a point wherever it feels good. If you had shoulder injuries, just be careful. So listen to your body. And then back, let's do the other side. Left arm down, right hand by your shoulder. Slide that left hand out here. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Maybe this is all you more you want to be for today. That's fine. If you want to take it a little further, right leg back, right arm back, and hold. Okay, just be sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Take this as a stretch. Okay, don't go beyond what your body is telling you to do. Okay. And then back down. Excellent work. Hands under your shoulders. Go ahead and press yourself up into that quadruped. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Catch stretch. Tucking your tailwind under. Inhale. Take it into cow. And exhale. Catch stretch. And inhale into cow. Back into neutral. Good. Separate your knees and take it into a nice child's pose. Sit back. Forehead on the mat. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Nice hip opening as well. And breathe. Come on up. Whew. Face the front of the mat. Take the soles of your feet are butterfly stretch, lifting up and hinging forward. Good. I'm going to try to keep your spine in neutral as you do this. Just hinging as far forward as you can. Maybe it's just a little bit. Maybe it's just sitting upright. Extend your legs out. Let's do middle split or inner thigh stretch. Breathe. Good. Get back up. Good. Bring your right front right hand by your right hip. Sweep that right arm around. Open up that belly, your chest. So you push through that right arm, shoulder, hip forward, and then sweep your arms around and hinge over that left leg. Reach that left arm back behind. And come on up, good. Other leg in front. Left hand by your left hip and sweep your right arm. Press your hips forward. Reach, reach, reach. Sweep around, left arm reaches over to the baby toe of that right foot. Get a nice lat stretch. You want to ground that left hip, try not to let it rise. And back up to seated. Take your shoulders and draw a circle. Release. And reverse. Good. Head to your right. Left. Right. Shoulder away. And left. Press that right shoulder back to center. Fingertips to the back of your head. Just lightly press forward. And back up. Inhale. Open up through your chest. And inhale. Interlace and tuck. And again, inhale. Open up through that chest here. And finish off with a circle. Shake out your hands. Open shut here. I'm going to finish with our 2 breaths. First, exhalation, let it all out. Okay? Refill with good, positive energy, feeling restored, reset, ready for the rest of the week. Okay, here we go. Inhale, big breath. And exhale, send it out. Exhale, shh. Everything, push it out. And refill. Bring your hands together and slowly Bring your hands to heart center as you ground and root. And say namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.